As airlines try to cope with new restrictions in the U.S., Canada Border Services Agency officials tell CityNews that they are expecting an influx of passengers refused entry into the States, but they, for now, will not be changing how they process them. CBSA says travelers could be subject to more in-depth exams, but that will be determined on a case-by-case basis. Meantime, travel advisories and cautious consumers have left airlines here in Canada facing an uncertain and turbulent future, with some major companies making some drastic changes to cut down on costs.
This is really hitting the revenue stream of the airline industry and the hotel industry and everything related.
Air Canada, WestJet, Air Transat, the country's three largest airlines, are now in cost reduction mode. Air Transat's parent company has reported a drop in daily bookings since late February, falling 50% year over year in just the last few days as the impact of the virus widens. To make up for it, airlines have consolidated and even canceled routes. Air Canada has suspended flights to Rome, Beijing, and Shanghai. WestJet is also looking to reduce an additional 12% or more of its capacity. And the company has taken the extra step of implementing a company-wide hiring freeze and even offering voluntary leave options for its employees. But finance expert Lisa Kramer says, depending on how the situation progresses, more drastic measures could be taken, similar to the U.S.'s auto bailout back in 2008.
What happened was that the government literally took an equity position in that sector. They basically assumed partial ownership, buying at a very, very low price, providing the cushion that the industry needed to survive, and then basically cashing out once the economy recovered.
While neither carrier is willing to predict what extra measures may be needed in the coming weeks to stem costs and encourage travelers to fly, Air Transat at least will be offering lower prices, with other airlines likely to follow suit.
I think once the pandemic is contained, I think we'll see those sorts of price incentives being offered. And I think that will help the community, the traveling community, return to their previous practices.
Now, by comparison, some European airlines are feeling a substantial hit with the new U.S. travel restrictions. Norwegian Air, which is the country's largest airline, has been forced to cancel 4,000 flights and temporarily lay off 10,000 employees. That's about half their staff. Now, there's no indication that could happen to the airlines here in Canada, but they do maintain that the situation is fluid.